My name is Michael Gaffney. I'm a lawyer here in the city of Worcester. I handle divorce, bankruptcy, personal injury. I'm also the vice chair of the Worcester City Council. So our general duties are to pass the ordinances, hire the city manager, set tax rates. A city councilor, or even a town select person, the person in your town or city is going to have more effect on your everyday life than, who's the president. I mean, sure, the president's going to appoint Supreme Court justices and so forth, but the people that are actually making the day-to-day decisions, determining how much the real estate tax is going to be, whether you can smoke in parks or not, other freedoms, Board of Health decisions, that comes from your local government. I'm actually the vice chair, so I will fill in when the mayor is not available. I'm also on traffic and parking, which is always an issue here at Worcester State, service and military affairs, because I was formerly in the service as well. Worcester has a split rate, dual rate tax system. They bill commercial different than residential. And there's been this push to increase residential to reduce commercial, which has its advantages, but one also has to keep in mind that we have a city that actually qualifies for free lunch because we have a per capita here in the city of Worcester is just below Massachusetts, and a cost of living which is very expensive. So you've got to balance that. We're trying to keep costs under control, and that is my biggest emphasis, not because I want to hold anything back, but just because the working poor, your seniors and everyone else here in the city, which they can't really afford to continue to pay. So that's my advocacy, is to fight for them. Well, I was born in the beautiful city of Worcester. When I was 3, my parents got divorced. Around 3, I don't really remember. I was kind of young at the time. My father was very abusive. So we struggled. We were very poor. I wore my neighbor's clothing to school. Ended up going to Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical High School. I did very well in high school, got a full scholarship, joined the military. I eventually became a captain in the Massachusetts Army National Guard, commanding 180 soldiers of the 1058 Transportation Company. Went on to Assumption College for my MBA. And then I was working on a CPCU in the insurance industry, and I applied for law school and became a lawyer. I was an adjuster at Commerce Insurance Company, and I was communicating with a lot of attorneys, and I just thought, I can do this. I applied to all of one law school, New England School of Law in Boston, because they had an evening program, and I wasn't going to go, because I get this financial aid package. It was about this thick. I said, I just can't do this. By the time I finish my MBA, I'm going to have to start law school a week later. I get back to the house. There's a letter in the mail, full merit scholarship. So I said, well, I'm going to law school now. So it's worked out rather well. What really got me into politics is another attorney, Penny Wallace, said, hey, why don't you help Jen Casey? She's our governor's counsel. So my wife and I got involved in her campaign, and a few years later, I got tired of hearing everybody say that unless you're part of the establishment in Worcester, you cannot win a seat on council. So we just ran. The difficulty was that I came in on my own. I didn't, my wife and I ran a campaign, and we were just, we were not part of the rest of the, as I like to call them, the Mutual Admiration Society. So that part was always rough and tumble. And I'm kind of glad it happened that way, because it's made a lot of other things for me a lot easier. But my background has really helped me, though. I will say this, is that, and I almost have to, is that the military experience, backwards planning, organization, being a lawyer and speaking and getting used to being in crowds, has all helped and lended to my ability to perform on council. Trying to make sure that we balance the equities of the people that live here with their ability to pay. I mean, government has to. I know government always wants to provide all these services and so forth, but you can't, hurt the people that are actually supporting it by taking too much as well. So it's been fun actually getting things done. the most pressing need of the city is keeping costs under control. We've got a spending problem. I think we just need to make sure that we're controlling our spending. I want to keep the city affordable for everybody to live while trying to maintain the services at a level that's acceptable, that people understand. What I'm trying to do is, I've recently become the chair of the Worcester Republican City Committee. What I'm actually trying to do is set up some Republican clubs on college campuses and actually start reaching out and informing, you know, voters of what the challenges are, what the differences, what the importance of local government is, as well as other things. So that's the only way you're going to get people interested, whether it's nationally, locally, state, is that people actually think that it's worth getting out to vote for you. One of the things is to sort of pay attention to what's going on. And you could also get involved in anybody's campaign. I mean, it's pretty easy to reach out to us. Reach out and you say, well, okay, I kind of looked into a few candidates. Here's the people I sort of like. Reach out to them. They'll probably get you involved. If you're going to get involved, you're probably best to just pay attention, watch a few city council meetings, and if there's something you want to advocate for, you can easily file an item with the city clerk as well, and it'll actually get heard. I'm going to give my personal email address, which is michaelgaffneylaw, all one word, @gmail.com. My phone number is 508-770-1007. Really easy to get in touch with.